Reporting here from Jersey City, City Hall, where the council debated the first reading of a new anti-obscenity law that would eliminate the possibility that women would be able to walk around the city naked from the waist up, topless that is. We just interviewed Councilman James Solomon to get his reaction to the discussion that took place at the council this evening, and his reaction that he had to settle for a new anti-obscenity law that does not allow women to walk around topless in the city.
There's no plan to bring it back immediately. I think my position is very clear that we should have gender neutral, LGBTQ friendly language in the bill. I will keep talking to my colleagues. If at some point we can get 5 council colleagues to agree, I would certainly push it forward. I think the mayor has expressed his support for this provision, but there's no immediate plan to bring it back at this time.
We asked Councilman Solomon to elaborate on the new anti-obscenity law.
So this bill has, I think, 2 really important and good things. The first is it has strong protections for free speech. The previous obscenity law did not have those protections. The protections that we are adding mirror language that the Supreme Court has set in the Miller standard. So that's the first good thing. The second thing is it removes some restrictions on people's private sex lives, restrictions that were frankly unenforceable but shouldn't have been on the books. The thing that it does not have, that the previous version had back in the spring, is gender-neutral definition of nudity. It reverts to the old definition, which does include female breasts. That's not something I wanted to do, but to get this bill passed, I thought we had to go back to that old definition.
I guess there were several council members who were opposed to the idea of keeping within the new law the possibility of women being able to walk naked from waist up. And what were some of the complaints that you heard from those council members?
Sure. I mean, I think I think the concern was that for many community members, there's a concern that if you repealed this ordinance and allowed for this gender-neutral language of nudity, that you would see sort of toplessness everywhere. I did not share those concerns. I felt that the argument I made was New York City has had legalized toplessness since the mid-90s, and I think people go to New York and it's not they're not overrun by people who are topless. Instead, it allows for language that's gender-neutral, that's trans-friendly, that is I think that prevents the government from getting involved in, I think, some sort of potentially weird questions, asking people about their gender or their sex to determine whether they're violating the law. But ultimately, we weren't able to get enough council people to agree to that position or to agree with me. I'm going to keep working on it. I'm going to keep talking to them. I'm going to keep saying that I think this is the right thing to do. But for now, I do want to move forward because there are those 2 very important and good parts of the bill that I don't want to get held up in the conversation right now.
Mark Busent reporting here at Jersey City, City Hall for Hudson County View, the eye of the community.